What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing on this hump day? How is it going, everybody? Hey there, Ed Ray. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining. Y'all, I am so excited. And I cannot believe that it is almost 2022, the new year. What is going on? I hope everybody is doing good. Thank y'all so much for coming. Y'all, we're going to be talking about this Birdman and saying that he hasn't paid his rent on his Bel-Air home for 5 months. Y'all, that is crazy. Y'all have to let me know. What do you think? Do you think this is an oversight, or do you think he's going broke? What's up, Intentional Millionaire? How are you doing today on this hump day? Oh, y'all, when I saw this, I was just like, wow, I could not believe it. So we're going to talk about that. Also, we're going to talk about, so y'all know that I had got my American Express everyday card. Y'all, it was so funny. So I'm going to have to tell y'all a little story about me going to the store this morning. It was hilarious. We also have what's going on, as is 2884. Child, he ain't thinking about them bills. I know that's right. Oh, intentional millionaire. Birdman co-signed on my apartment in 2001. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. He ain't thinking about them bills. Oh my gosh. Y'all, that is not right. When I saw that, But thank y'all for coming in today. What kind of plans do y'all have for New Year's Eve? Do y'all have some pretty good plans? I don't know. I'm probably gonna just relax a little bit, but I kind of want to have a game night, because over the Christmas holiday, we had a game night we had one over my mom's house and over my dad's house. And so it was so funny, you guys. So I have a little niece and she's 6 years old. And so we had a game night. So it was me, my mom, my sister, and my brother. No, it was me, my mom, my sister, and my niece. And so this is my brother's daughter, because I have a twin sister and I have a brother. And it was so funny. So we were playing board games, and y'all, I am so competitive. It was so funny. So I really want to have another game night because it was fun. So we played Sorry, and then on Sunday we played Monopoly, and then I have this other game, Left, Right, Center. Let me know, have y'all played Left, Right, Center before? That game is so fun. But we didn't play that one because I forgot it on my desk. And so we played some other games, but it was fun. So yeah, so we're just gonna be chit-chatting a little bit, talking about this Birdman, and then we're gonna talk about me this morning. Let's see, as is 2884. Yes, Left, Right, Center. Y'all, this game, like this weekend, if y'all can go get it and play this game, because what you do, it has these little like coins in there to where you can give everybody, but to really have fun with this game, you play with dollars. You can play with however much you want. So you roll the dice, and then it'll tell you, left, right, or center. And so the first time me and my family played, my sister, she beat me. She beat us. And we were going to play it again this year, but I forgot the game on my desk. And so we played Sorry and Monopoly, and so I'm wanting to have like a game night because it was really fun. But y'all, today, this morning, we're gonna get to the Birdman. We're gonna get to this, but I want to tell y'all. So I had applied for the American Express Everyday card, and so I had on this card, what goes on is you have to I have to spend $2,000 within 3 months. But and then you get 2 times the points on groceries, 1 times the points on everything else. But then also, if you make 20 purchases, if you make 20 purchases in a billing cycle, you get 20% more points. And so today I thought it was going to be a great idea for me to go to the store. So I ended up going to the store this morning because I said I'm going to go really early. So I went maybe about like 7 something, and it's not going to be a lot of people there because you have to do 20 transactions. So I was on my American Express, and it said that I only needed to do maybe 9 more transactions. So I had got my groceries, and I was going to do 9 separate transactions at the Kroger at the U-Scan. Y'all, it wasn't hardly nobody in there. Wow, once I get up to the U-Scan, that's when people want to come, and they're trying to get to work, and I'm trying to do all my purchases. So I had 9 separate transactions. I got to transaction number 7, and so the line is kind of building up. And y'all, why did my card not go through? I'm just like, my card declined, and I'm trying to make these transactions. I'm borderline embarrassed. And good thing, because see, normally I only carry 1 card at a time, and I hardly ever have any cash on me. So it was so funny, but I was just like, here I am trying to use the card. So I know I had money on the card because I was approved for $8,000, and I haven't really used it too much. But I don't know if Kroger has a certain amount of transactions that you can do back to back to back, because that was pretty much like my 7th transaction that I did. So y'all, I was cracking up. I was like, how in the world is this going on? So that was so funny. I was just cracking up. So, but y'all, this about Birdman, you guys will have to let me know in the comments. Do you think this is an oversight, or do you think Birdman is going broke? Let me know what you think. Is it an oversight, or do you think he's going broke? Okay, so as is 2884 says, I carry all cards available to me. Oh my gosh. No way. I cannot believe this. I only carry 1 card at a time. I only carry what I'm going to use. And so usually, y'all know I'm usually trying to get a minimum spend. So right now I'm trying to get 2 minimum spends. And so I did have both of the cards on me. And for some reason with this American Express, I feel like sometimes, because I feel like I've used it one other time and it seemed like it had declined, but I don't know what's going on with it. Let's see. Intentional Millionaire says oversight, but who knows? Exactly. Like when I read this, because see, this is the thing. I want to say in May of 2020, Birdman had paid 2 months rent for some residents in New Orleans. He paid. Now it did. I was reading this article. Now I'm not stating exactly. He is not broke. Because I was like, he did two, let me see, in May of 2020, he paid, I don't know how many residents, but he paid a few residents rent for 2 months. And I want to say he's worth like $100 million. So it's no way he's broke. You know, he is not broke one bit. But I'm just like, when I thought of this, I'm like, who is getting fired? Somebody's getting fired because why are they not keeping track of the bills? What's up? We got your favorite couple. I always want to call them our favorite couple because they are our favorite couple. Hey, Tasha and family. I don't think he's going broke. Birdman still has assets. Exactly. Birdman still has assets. He is not going broke at all because most of the time, Birdman is not paying any of his bills. He's going to have his advisor, his attorney. He's going to have somebody managing his money. But the question is, why didn't they put their name in the article opposed to, but of course he's going to bring more name, people's eyes to it by them saying that Birdman is not, they want him out by December 31st because whoever owns this property, they want their $147,000 that he owes them for not paying the rent for 5 months. So I'm just like, this is just not cool at all because I do not think he's going broke. I really just think that it's an oversight and that's not good. Let's see, we got some more comments. And as is to AA4, because they were saying that they put all their cards in there. They carry them, embarrassed myself, and dropped all in the supermarket one time. Oh, Lord. Had to make sure you picked all them up because somebody will probably try to swipe the card and buy their groceries or buy a gift card or something. Oh, my goodness. That is not right. But, yeah, so I was thinking that, with Birdman that, and really kind of thinking about it in terms of ourselves. Oh, this is a good one. Intentional Millionaire said that this is a publicity stunt. Wow. I don't know. But, I'm not for sure. But, when we think about it in the terms of ourselves, because I say, sometimes, let's say, if we're paying our bills late. Now, I definitely hope we're not paying our bills 5 months late. But, sometimes we do lead very busy lives and we can forget to pay a bill or two. I'm not going to say that I haven't forgot to pay a bill, but I think that's why it's very important for us to have a budget. Now, y'all know I was going to talk about having a budget. It's very important. You can say budget, you can say reallocation of finances, but we always want to know how much money we have coming in compared to how much money we have going out. But also, we can use things like our bill pay, or we can use auto pay. Now, y'all know what I like to do. I like to use my credit cards, like my debit card, and I'll try to pay as many bills as I can with my credit card. And then, I'll use bill. I actually do use my bill pay, and then I have auto pay for my Comcast. What's up, Brick City? Where you been? I haven't seen you in the comments. Thank you so much for coming. As Birdman, what happened? Oh my gosh. Let me see my computer. Let me see. Public stunt. Let's see. This is a public stunt to throw off the IRS. That is so funny. Now that part, it is no telling on that part because, sometimes these stars, they're not managing their money right all the time, or whoever's managing their money. So that is not good. That is not good. And I hope that that is not the case, because we all know that the IRS is going to get you one way or another. You cannot run from them. Let's see. Intentional Millionaire says, look at Chris ticket. Uh-oh. Is this a sports, like a football, basketball? Oh, Chris Tucker. Ooh, I know. Because I think Chris Tucker, he owed back taxes from like 2010, 2011. And you know, at that time, what movies? Like Rush Hour, he was making millions and millions and millions of dollars. And then now, you know, he's kind of running from the IRS a little bit. He owes them a lot of money. That is not good at all. But I would just say that it's especially, like, you know, we definitely want to use this as an example for ourselves to make sure, especially that we're going into a new year. You know, what kind of goals do you have for yourself for the new year? We always want to make sure that our finances are in order and that our foundation is solid. And y'all know that I paid my car loan off. And what was it? It was December the 10th. I paid my car off, and I'm very happy that I did it. I kind of feel like, even though it wasn't a burden, because I only had the car for 1 year, but to actually know that I've done it. And, you know, I had Intentional Millionaire on the channel, so y'all definitely have to check out that video. And he was dropping a lot of knowledge on that video. He even gave some really good book suggestions. And I want to say, like, my mom, she went out and bought all 4 of the books already. But for myself, because I said one of my goals was that I wanted to get me a Roth IRA, but also because he told us, one, we want to make sure that we are maxing out our 401k at work. And so what I did, I went in and made sure that I was maxing it out. So I think I was maybe 1% off. So I went ahead and maxed out my 401k at work. So I'm really glad that I did that. And then next, I'm going to be opening up the Roth IRA. So I already went, because he said we can open up a Roth IRA. I want to say it was TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, and I want to say it was 2 others, but I'm not for sure. So possibly Intentional Millionaire can put those other companies in the chat for us. But I actually do have a account with TD Ameritrade, but I haven't used it in a while because the last time I used it, y'all, I was trying to do some penny stocks with my TD Ameritrade, and that did not go over that well. And so so I was able to just go ahead and get logged in, and I'm going to get that set up. That way I can max out my max out the Roth IRA. And he said we had until April the 14th to be able to max it out at $6,000. And he said that those other companies was Charles Schwab, Fidelity, and TD Ameritrade. So yeah, so we want to make sure that our 2020, that, you know, we're just setting ourselves up for success, you know, transitioning into 2020. So I'm really excited about it. And I want to even give a shout out to Wealth Engineering, because I was on his channel, and we have done a collab on his channel, but the other day he was doing his vision board, and it was so cool, you know, just getting another perspective of how we can do a vision board, because I actually really like doing vision boards. I have several different vision boards, and so that was cool. Let's see, who else do we have in here? What's going on before the billions? Thank you so much for coming in. We just been chit-chatting about making sure to get our finances in order because we don't want people to be, we don't want anybody talking about us not paying our bills because Birdman has not paid his rent on his Bel-Air home for 5 months. $147,000. That is a lot. That's probably what, $30,000 a month on rent. And he's probably not even living in that home, even though he's renting it. Like that's probably like a party home or something like that. And he's not even there. Let's see. And I'm gonna drop the link. And if anybody wants to come in, they can. Because we're just gonna chit chat a little bit because that was the main thing that I want to talk about, us just getting ourselves straight for 2022 and thinking about our goals that we have for ourselves. Also wanted to talk about, so I have my 2022 digital budget planner. So that is available. And right now I actually have a sale going on until January 1st. What's up, Vern? How are you doing? Thank you so much. Happy holidays to you as well. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see. Let me share my screen. So I have my 2022 digital budget planner, and you can find it on Etsy. And so this digital planner, and so actually you guys, every month when I do my budget with me, I'm actually using you could say the first edition of my digital planner. And so now I have created a second edition of my budget planner, and I added a few new things to it. So this time I have a goal planner, and I actually have a credit card tracker and a savings planner. Let's see. Vernon said, wait, did he not pay his rent? He doesn't own the home. Yes, Vernon. He has not paid rent on his Bel-Air home for 5 months, and he owes $147,000. But me and some of the people in the chat, because Birdman is worth $100 million, and he does good things in the community as well, because in May of 2020, he actually paid some residents of New Orleans. He paid 2 months of their rent. So, like, come on. We know that most likely this is more so of an oversight from probably a business partner, attorney, either an advisor. Like, some heads are going to roll. Why are you not paying the bills on time and making me look bad? They need to put their picture in there. I don't think that that's right. That is not right, because we know that he's not even paying the bills. We know that it's somebody else's. If he's worth 100 million or more, 147,000 is probably, that's like nothing to him. So, I just think that it's unfortunate that, that's coming out, but I'm pretty sure, he probably waiting until probably like the last day, and he's going to pay it because they're wanting him to pay it by December 31st. And, and if he doesn't pay it, then they really want him to get out. But because we have to also think about the owner of this home. I'm pretty sure they're probably like a millionaire too. So, I mean, they're probably not going to be too hard up for the money, but obviously they're pretty hard up for the money because somebody had to leak this to the press. But we're kind of thinking that what if this is a publicity stunt or something's going on? Yeah, that is so funny. Oh my gosh. But oh my god. This is so funny. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me put it in there. The intentional millionaire said Little Wayne wrote this article. That is cold blooded right there. Oh my gosh. That is so funny. Oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that is funny. But so then I was telling you guys that also I have my digital budget planner because we want to make sure that we are being organized in our we're being organized when we are getting our finances in order. And one way that we can do that is by having a budget. And so I have my 2021, 2022 actually digital budget planner. And so here, so we have a calendar, we have our goals, and we have a savings planner. And then we also have notes. And so right now, what I'm doing is I have a if you want to purchase it, I have a 22% off coupon code, and it's called Major 22, and you can get it for 22% off until January 1st. But that is just hilarious. That is hilarious because I would say, as we transition into the new year, we just really want to make sure that our finances are in order and we're doing the things that we need to do so that we can be organized. But let me know, what kind of goals do you have for 2022? And so I was telling you guys that a few of my goals as well is going to be to, just get me a Roth IRA. So I'm already getting set up for that. Two, I said that I wanted to, I'm going to be setting up, because y'all know that I had opened up me a few credit cards, and I said for 2022, I wanted to get me a free trip. So I'm pretty much going to be able to get me a free trip with all of the credit card bonuses that I'm getting. Hold on. Thank you, Intentional Millionaire. He said this is for Birdman rent. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the super chat. That is so funny. Oh my gosh. I know, not for the rent. Mm-mm-mm. And I put the link in here if anybody wants to come up, because I know that we definitely have some really good YouTube channels in here. We got Vernus, Junk Closet, we got The Intentional Millionaire, we got Your Favorite Couple, and then as is 2884 says, pay off my car this year. You have inspired me to actually do it. That is great because that's all I want to do. On my channel, I'm really giving, I'm really talking about things from my perspective. I'm talking about credit cards. I'm talking about me paying off, debt and me just getting my stuff in order. And I'm just talking about it in a way to be an example. And I really like when I see comments like this where, it can be an inspiration to others, because that's really, what I want to do, just be an inspiration. Because I feel like, I don't know that, I feel like at a basic level, of course, we all want to make a lot of money, but we really want to be good stewards of the money that we bring in. And then as we, steward our money, I feel like it can bring in more money. And so that's what I like to see. So I am just so excited that you are wanting to pay off your car as well. So congratulations to you. And I know that you can do it, because that's where it starts. It really starts with creating the goal. And that's what I like to do. Creating the goal for ourselves and then making it happen, writing it down. And you can do that with a piece of paper. You can do it even like with my budget planner. And then you can always drop down in the description. And I have a free debt repayment and budget template. So anytime, you can always go on my site and you can get the free budget and debt repayment template, even if you don't want to get my digital budget planner. And then, like I said, you can always use pencil and paper, but I think we just want to start where we can, because I know for myself, I started with just using a pencil and a piece of paper, and then I transitioned to using like an Excel document. And then last year I transitioned into using my own digital budget planner. And you can always check that out every month, because every month I do my budget so that we can, we can see how it goes. Yes, Intentional Millionaire says, keep up the good work. I know that you can do it. Yes, most definitely. But yeah, but just let me know, what are you guys going to be doing for the new year? Well, do you guys have big plans? Right now, I don't have like a whole lot of plans, but like I was saying in the beginning, I'm really kind of wanting to have a game night, possibly, or just, just relax, because, we are so busy all the time. And sometimes we just need to kind of take a break and relax a little bit. And so that's maybe what I'll do. And then probably spend some time with my family, most likely go and see my mom and my niece, and see my dad and my stepmom. And my sister, she left yesterday, so she went back up state to New York. And I'm just like, it is too cold up there, because she wanted me to come and visit her, and I'm just like, you already know it's too cold. So but yeah, let's see. And then also, because I had been telling you guys in a few other videos where I had opened the 2 credit cards. So I opened the American Express every day, but then also I opened up the Navy Federal Cash Rewards credit card. And I did get my Navy Federal Cash Rewards credit card in the mail the other day. So I've already been starting to use it. And I do like with the Cash Rewards credit card, as soon as you use it, and once it posts, then you can have the available whatever the cash. So with the Navy Federal Cash Rewards credit card, since I do have the I have direct deposit already set up, so I'll get 1.75 opposed to 1.5% cash back. So I think that's really good. I think that is really good. So I think I'm gonna like that card, but I really, really think that I'm gonna like the American Express Everyday card, especially if I can get those 20 transactions within a billing cycle. But hopefully I won't. This morning when I went and I was trying to do, because I only needed 9 more transactions, hopefully the card won't decline anymore, because that was so embarrassing. And then I was trying to do all those transactions and people were lining up behind me. So it was funny. I was kind of cracking up on it. I was telling my sister about it. But yeah, so I really just wanted to come on and talk about that really quick because I really thought that that was a good kind of topic, especially as we transition into the new year. You know, I really think that we want to make sure that we're getting our foundation in order and getting our budgets together so that we don't have these kind of mistakes where we are paying our bills late. And some ways that we can do that is, one, definitely get organized with our bills by writing down all of our, like, how much money do we have coming in, and then what are our expenses, and then take a look at those expenses and see, compared to when the money comes in, do I possibly need to call my creditor, and do I need to call my creditor and ask them to change my due date? Digital millionaire. Don't forget to like and donate to the Birdman. Go fund, rent, catch up. That is so funny. But yes, hit the like button, you guys. Thank you so much for joining. But we can also, so that we don't forget to pay our bills, we can, you know, is it a thing that we don't make enough money to pay our bills on time? Or are we just so busy that we forget? And so that's why we would want to write down our expenses, write down the due dates, and then see when we're getting paid, and then consider calling up our creditors and having the due dates moved. But what I like to do, I like to use my credit cards, like my debit card, so that, you know, I just use the credit card and then it doesn't matter. And then I can just pay the credit card off every month, because we really do not want to pay interest on our credit cards. And we want to pay the credit card off every month. We want to, because see, that's why we want to do our budget first, so that we can make sure that we can spend appropriately. And then we want to create savings. So, you know, do we have 1,000? Do we have $500 saved? Because, you know, they say most Americans don't even have $400 saved for an emergency. So can we start there? Do we have $400 or $500 saved? Then do we have a month saved, 3 to 6 months saved, or even more? You know, but we always just want to start where we can, you know, putting that away for our rainy day fund. Let's see. I will come up, but it's loud where I'm at. Oh, no problem, intentional millionaire. That is, but if you can, that is great. But if you can't, no problem. But if anybody else, I will still drop the link. And if anybody wants to come up, they can. I would gladly have you guys come up. So yes, we definitely want to have some money set aside for those rainy days, but then also have our budget set in place so that we can be organized. And then, you know, like intentional millionaires, like, we want to save for our future. So are we making sure that we're with our 401ks at work? Are we maxing those out? Then two, do we have like a Roth IRA or other savings that we can have for our retirement? And then three, even like after we really get the money saved up, are we doing stocks? Are we doing, you know, real estate? You know, I know that's a big thing, because I would say for myself, I did really want to, because I have my main property, and I did consider, you know, getting like another property, but I don't know yet, because especially I for sure wouldn't want to get me a tenant like Birdman, where they're not paying the rent for 5 months. Oh my gosh, that would be horrible. That would be so bad. So, but I know there, you know, there are cases like that out there, but I'm for sure there are other cases where, you know, everything works out really good. And so I do think that real estate is a good way to build wealth as well. So, yeah, but we just have to start where we can. Most definitely. Yes. Let's see. But I am definitely excited about 2022 coming right around the corner. Y'all, this year has just flown by so fast. It has really flown by. But I definitely thank you guys for joining the chat. I didn't want to stay on too long, but I definitely thought this would be a good story to talk about. So let's see. So we have as is 2AA4 said the budget planner you said is on sale. Yes, there is a code. So the code is major 20 is major 22 because we're going into 2022. So major change group. So it's just major 22. Yes, and you can always go by my community tab, and I have it posted in my community tab if you're interested. But I definitely hope that you will check it out because I really like it. It is a digital budget planner and it's linked. And so what you do is you have the 12 months, and so you have you have a calendar for each month, and then you have a goals piece, and then I created a this year I created it's like a credit card tracker. So on the credit card tracker, you can put your credit cards, you can put how much you owe for the month, and then because I like to do the credit card utilization hack. And so that's where I really came up with it because I'm like, it kind of gets tricky remembering, did I do 2% or am I doing the 7% credit card utilization hack? So I thought that would be good. That way I can keep track of it every month because, like, right now I have 9 credit cards. And so I've been really only using the credit card utilization hack on 3 of my credit cards, but somebody had put in the comments that it's really good to rotate the credit cards. So I thought, well, why don't I create a tracker so that I can keep track of which credit cards I do the credit card utilization hack on. So that's kind of where that was created. And then I have the debt repayment template, and I'm so glad that this year when I started my debt repayment template, the only debts that I have are my student loans and my house. And so right now for our student loans, they only have Biden has extended the no student loan or no interest until May 1st of 2022. So I'm really glad about that because one, that can help me to reallocate the student loan payment because we were going to have to start paying our student loans back. I want to say it was going to be February 1st because he had extended it originally until January 31st of 2022. But now he added 90 more days, and we don't have to start paying back our student loans until May 1st. And so now I'm going to reallocate that money to probably, I don't know if I'm going to do it to savings or if I'm going to put that money towards my Roth IRA so that I can max that out at $6,000 still for 2021. Let's see. Yes, he definitely needs to extend it to 2022. And I really feel like he needs to, I don't know. Because before he was elected president, he stated that he could forgive 10,000 because really throughout his campaign, I really feel like he wasn't really talking about the student loans. And then kind of towards the end, he had brought up forgiving $10,000. And originally he was saying that he could sign it, and he, because he could really do an executive order to get, pass it to where he could forgive the 10,000. And even Kamala, when she was running, she really wasn't talking about it. Now, Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, now they were talking about eliminating student loan debt. So she was talking about eliminating 50,000, and then Bernie was really talking about eliminating all student loan debt. But even though I have student loans, so I think I have about 55,000 in student loans, I don't have a problem paying my student loans. But for me, it's really the interest. The interest of the student loans really burns me up, because I would say it wasn't until 2020 where I could finally start seeing a decrease in my student loans because I was still paying my student loans. Because I want to say March of 2022, that's when Trump they did the CARES Act. So they had the CARES Act, and within that, they had the student loan moratorium to where, we didn't have to pay our student loans, and then there was no student loan interest. And that was only going to be till, I want to say it really was only going to be till September of 2020, but then he extended it. And so I want to say it was October or November of 2020 when I stopped paying my student loans. So I was actually seeing a decrease in my student loans because I was still making my payment, and the company that I work for, they make a payment on my student loans as well. So I was seeing a decrease. And then in October or November of 2020, I stopped making my payments. And then, I was reallocating the money. I want to say shout out to Top Slug Sofa King. Let's see. Let me see. What did he say? He says they might as well charge it to the game. I wish. Oh my gosh. And then we had Debt Free Dad says, hey sis, I'm late. Off the title, Birdman has not been paying people for years. Really? Oh my gosh. I didn't know about that because I was telling them, and also in the chat, they were stating, like, we really thought that it's really much an oversight. And I really don't blame Birdman. I blame I don't know if it's his attorney. I don't know if it's his advisor, his business manager. But if it was me, some heads would roll because you are not out here not paying my bills. That is not right and making me look bad. I'm paying you all this money, and then you're not paying my bills. That is not right. And I was telling them that I saw an article where Birdman, he had paid in 2020, May of 2020, he paid some residents of New Orleans, he paid their rent for 2 months. So, I mean, we don't know if this is a stunt. We don't know if he's dodging the IRS and making it try to seem like he don't have no money. Like, what is going on? So we said that more than likely it's an oversight because I want to say Birdman is worth probably like $100 million. So, I mean, him not paying this $147,000, I mean, that's pretty much like nothing, So, I don't know. And then as is to 884 said, girl, I want them gone. I feel like I was scammed into going to school. Dang. I don't know. I don't know that I feel scammed. Maybe. I don't know. I do feel like, especially like when I went to school, I don't know that I just, I don't feel like there was as much information as it is now. And so I don't know that I really even understood the interest. And I'm just like, who in the world can you go, like, there's no bank that an 18-year-old can go in and borrow $50,000 without them checking their credit score or them having a cosigner. So it's just like, with the student loans, they just let you get all this money. And then, because see, like when I graduated from high school, that's what you did. You went to college. And see, for myself, so it's me, and then I have my twin sister and I have my brother. But we're 7 years older than my brother. So we went to school first. But see, when I went to school, I didn't go to college right off. My sister, I have a twin sister, so she went off to college first. And then I waited maybe a year. I waited a year and I went to community college. So originally I went to community college, and then since I was doing pretty good in community college, what's up, Miss DC? How are you doing? How did I miss your chat? And she says the interest is what's hurting people. Yes, I agree. I think it's the interest, but when I went to school, so I went first and I went to get my associates, and I'm just like, now if I could think back, if I would have just stopped at my associates, because I don't think I had any debt. Maybe like not a lot, just a little bit. So I could have paid that off. And then what I did after I had went, because see, when I went to the community college, and I think that's why it's so good that they have community colleges, because I was not a good student in high school. I was not a good student, and so then I waited a year. And then when I went to community college, I feel like that's when I really, because when you go to the community college, you are really taking your major courses. And so I was business management and marketing. And so I did really good. And then so I graduated with pretty much probably like a 3.0 or higher. And so I was doing pretty good. And so then I said, well, since I'm doing so good, I'm going to go to university. So I ended up going to university, but I actually graduated with my associates. So then when I went to university, I only had to take 2 years. But y'all, oh my gosh, I feel like, because when I went to university, they made me take like some science and all that kind of stuff. And I really didn't do that good. And so I graduated and then I went to work. So I started in management when I graduated. And I said I was never going back. Y'all, I said I was never going back to school, because I just didn't really, once I went to university, I was like, I don't know. I didn't do that good. And so I said I was never going back. But see, like when I graduated from college, everybody was going to get their master's. And so I had worked for a few years, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go back and get my master's, because I was really wanting to transition into, I was going to do healthcare or I was going to do HR. So then I ended up going for healthcare. So I have my master's in healthcare administration. And so that's how I ended up having more student loan debt. And so now I'm at, I want to say 55,000 in student loans. But let's see. So Debt Free Dad says, the party who is responsible for making those folks pay back student loan is gonna get their butt kicked in federal elections. Let me see. Oh, and then let me see. Debt Free Dad says he don't pay his artists. Ooh, that's where the intentional millionaire said that Lil Wayne put that story out. He said Lil Wayne put the story out. He said he don't pay his artists. Literally every artist he has got washed, I believe, without even looking into the facts. Having money doesn't mean you pay people, and that's the thing. And so that's why I say, to me, it doesn't matter how much money you make, because you can make 45,000 and you can, still have a good living, especially if you're managing your money. And then even like with Dave Ramsey, and I forget what is his name? He had the Everyday Millionaire where he was saying, it was just people not even making a whole lot of money, and then they would end up being millionaires. And so it's not about how much money you make, but of course, there are people that maybe make six figures and they don't have any money. So we have to make sure that we're being good stewards of our money. And then Vernon says, no, student loans should be removed. Vernon, I do agree that student loans should be removed, but it's just like, on the other hand, because we're in $1.7 trillion in student loan debt. And I think even if we just got rid of the student loan debt, that's not going to correct the problem. And so we have to really tackle the issue. And in my opinion, the issue is the student loan interest. And so that's why I think that we should, of course, I would like for 10,000 or 50,000 of my student loans to be forgiven. But on the same hand, that's not going to fix the problem. So y'all know I had 5 ways that I feel like they could tackle the student loans. And I would say probably paying off the student loans. That's gonna forgiving the student loans. That's probably gonna be my 5th. That's not gonna be my top choice. I don't think that's the top choice. Let me see. Vernon says, I'm in HR and I love it. Yes, because like my personality, I'm always for my, I'm always for my staff. I'm always for the people. And so HR was just kind of like my personality, helping. But the university that I was going to for my master's program, they didn't have, originally when I went, they didn't have HR. So really, I was 85 HR, 15 healthcare, and then I ended up going towards healthcare. And so I'm in healthcare. But I love HR. Let's see. Debt to income ratio is what makes you broke. That is it right there. Top slug, Sofa King, you better say it. That is what makes you broke. And so that's what I'm saying, because y'all know that I am definitely, y'all know I love to have credit cards. But even though I love to have credit cards, I don't want to have the debt. Now, I'm not gonna say it's been because even my college days, after my college days, like I paid my fair share of interest, but within the past 5 years or so, I pay all my credit cards off, or I'm not paying any interest because I want to, especially since 2019, that's when I really got into doing the credit card hacks and getting, the rewards, the bonuses. And if you're getting the rewards and the bonuses, you really don't want to pay interest on your credit cards. And then Debt Free Dad says, pay what you can borrow and keep a 0 interest rate for 5 years. And then that interest can never increase past 2% after a 5-year period. I definitely agree. He is speaking the truth on that. We do not want to pay interest. And then that's why I say it's very important for us to make sure that we're doing our budget, because I like to use my credit cards like a debit card. So I don't carry my debit card. I don't carry cash. I hardly ever have cash on me. And I do my budget every month. And then that way I'm basically just using my debit card And I mean, using my credit card and then just paying it off. I have the money to pay it off. And just like Miss DC said, exactly, Miss DC, that sounds great. And I want to give a shout out to Marlene's TV. What's up? How are you doing? We're just chit chatting. We're talking a lot. We're talking about, y'all, we've been talking about, telling y'all about American Express. We've been talking about Birdman. You know, now we're talking about student loans. Let's see. Did you have to take the things real places? Oh my gosh. Let's see. I have no credit cards. I need one. What is the best credit card choice to build credit in 2022? I think this is a great card, and I'm going to be working with Marlene's TV as well because she asked me what is a good credit card. And actually, you guys have to go over to her channel because she already knows what my answer is going to be because she was talking about a credit card. Now, Top Slug Sofa King. I really think it depends. So I think it depends on your I think it's good even if you don't have a credit card. And I would say it really depends on, do you have no credit or do you have, like, how is your credit? So I would say pull your credit and see where you're at. But I would say start possibly with a secured credit card. So I would say start with the Discover It. I think that's a really good secured credit card. I want to say that you can start with $250. So you can start with $250 or $500. But if you have, let's say, a credit, and I would say if you have a credit score less than 600. So if you have a credit score of less than 600, I would say start with a secured credit card. Now, if you have a credit card, oh, we have somebody coming up. Let's see. Marlene.
Hey.
Here we go. There you are. How are you doing?
Good. How are you
Good.
doing?
Let's see. I can't hear you that good.
Let me see.
There we go. I need to turn it
Can you
up.
hear me better?
Yes, that's better. Okay, so he said, my credit is okay, but I have no history except for student loans. Not bad, just empty. Oh my gosh, that's good. That is great. Okay, so I think that, you know what? I think that you're in a good spot. 650. So I would actually say, so you don't have bad credit. You have what we call, you have a thin credit profile because you only have the one student loan on your profile. So what I would say, I would suggest that you start with a credit card that has a no annual fee. So let's say even like the credit card that I just got, the American Express everyday card, it has a 0 annual fee. So I would just take a look to see, you have American Express, you have Chase, you have Discover. So let's say with the American Express, I would probably pick a credit card to where you could do a pre-qualification. That way you are not out here just applying for credit cards that you could possibly get denied. So with the 650, I would say you could, with a 650, you could still do a secured credit card if you want it and do a 250. But I think there are some credit cards out there, like maybe even a Capital One Quicksilver. Marlene, what was that credit card that you had were talking about?
Oh, the one that I just got approved for was the Citi Diamond.
Okay. Ooh, yes. Citi has some pretty good credit cards because I actually, when I first started getting credit cards in college, well, I think, yeah, I had got a Citi card and I still have that Citi card. Let's see. What's up, G? Yo, what's up in the building? What's up, Gene? 1984 G. What's going on? Yes, so I think you could. So one, you could start with a secure credit card, and I think the Discover it would be a good secure credit card. But they also have a regular credit card, and I'm trying to think what the credit score is for that one. And so what I would do, any credit card that you think that you want to apply for, y'all, YouTube has all the information on there. So I would say you could start with because I mean Chase even has some pretty good cards because they got the Chase Freedom, you got a City card, you have American Express. There are some really good credit. So I would kind of start there. But what I would do the pre-qualification because the pre-qualification is also going to be a soft pull. So, when you do the soft pull, it's not going to hurt your credit because I would say with you having kind of a thin profile, I would not want to rack up inquiries on my credit because that can bring your credit scores down. Let me see. And I forgot. I didn't forget. I didn't see it. But let me bring this comment up. So, debt free Dan said healthcare. A lot of fraudsters in healthcare, upcoding, unbundling. Ooh, ooh. I'm not gonna touch that one. Let me see. And then we have Arnold Peters, One Shot Barbecue. What's up? How are you doing? Let's see. I know you mentioned Navy Fed before. Ooh, okay. So I didn't want to just because I love some Navy Federal, but I did not want to assume because everybody don't have Navy Federal. So I didn't want to assume because I was gonna say Navy Federal. But okay, so what I would say with Navy Federal, the good thing about Navy Federal is they have a pre-qualification. So I would start with Navy Federal. That's exactly who I would start with, Navy Federal. But I would do the pre-qualification to see which one you could pre-qualify for because they have the cash rewards because that's the one that I got. I just got that one. It has 1.75 if you have direct deposit or 1.5. And then you have maybe like the Go Rewards. So I know that Arnold Peters, One Shot Barbecue, he likes that credit card. And then you have the Platinum credit card. And then you have the More Rewards. That's my favorite. And then you have the Flagship. And that's going to be their premier card. Because, see, the only thing is, it really depends on how long have you been with Navy Federal. Because, look, the 650 at Navy Federal, especially if you've been there, if you've been a member for a while, and you've been depositing money in your checking account, your savings account, and you've been keeping good standings on your account, like that 650, you could it's no telling. You can pretty much I would just do the pre-qualification. Love it.
Hey Tasha, is it true that the American Express, that if you get one, they don't keep pulling your credit? Is that true?
Yes. So I kind of been doing my research a little bit because that I just got that American Express everyday card. And because I'm just like, whoa, whenever I hear people talking about the American Express, like they don't just have one American Express. They got like 6 or 9 American Express cards. And that's pretty much why, because they can once they do the hard pull the one time, then it's going to be soft pulls on all of the other ones.
Oh.
So, and then what's crazy, Marlene? So that I just got the American Express everyday credit card. Now I was pre-qualified for the Platinum card, but see, that credit card has, I want to say, a $695 or a
Yeah.
$650 annual fee, and I'm just like, you already know I don't like the
But I'm not ready.
Yes, but they ended up I ended up getting something in the mail where they sent me something telling me that I need to apply for the business credit card for my business. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I'm not ready for a $695. So that's why I really wanted to apply for that American Express. Well, I really wanted the American Express cash everyday card, but I just got approved for, well, I got pre-qualified for the American Express Everyday, the American Express Platinum. I want to say the American Express Gold, the American Express Blue Preferred. But I just wanted to start with a 0 annual fee. And I definitely agree with Miss DC saying do the pre-qualify. And yeah, so she got the cash reward, I got the cash reward. So right now we are trying to get our minimum spends.
Right.
Yes.
I'm very close to being able to apply for that one because they said the requirement is 700, so I'm at 680. So I'm like, come on, 700.
But you know what? With because you said that you just got approved for the city credit card, right?
Yes.
Yes. And so I think if you do really good with that credit card, that that can help your credit score.
Yeah. I'm hoping they said in about 6 to 8 months.
Yep. Because see, with the and so you actually got the secured card, right?
Yes.
Yes, and so the secure card, I think that's a good card because basically you're just showing them that you can be good with the credit card.
Yeah. Because who's going to waste their own money?
Because I'm not going to be wasting my own money.
I'm not wasting my money.
No, but see, the only thing about with the secure credit cards is, basically you're funding your own credit card. And so it's just like you have to take however much. If you do 250, 500, like you have to pretty much almost kind of like forget about that money because you're gonna have to pay it off every month.
They said it can go up to 2,500. I didn't know that. I was like, I'm not doing that, but
yeah. I mean, it depends because I was talking with I don't know, there's some noise. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I'm hearing some type of feedback or something.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Hold on. I'm gonna mute you just for a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Or if you want to mute yourself just for a little bit.
Yeah, I'll mute myself.
Okay. Okay. And so what I had told somebody was that what I told somebody, so I had suggested that they get a secured credit card, and they ended up, because I think it depends, like I mean, you can start with 250, you can start with 500, because you don't want, sometimes you don't want to just put a whole lot on it, especially if you don't know how long it's going to take for them to unsecure the card. So, I mean, I think it's okay. Everybody has to do what's okay for them. Start where you can and then go from there.
Yeah, Tasha. So what do you think? Okay, this is a question me and my friends, that's how much of a nerd I am. Me and my friends, we sit around and talk about credit cards. So me and my friends was all talking, and they were saying that you could get credit cards with the credit score I had, regular unsecured. And I don't think that I could, because what the thing was is mine was already low enough, and I didn't want it to drop lower if I was denied, because it's a hard pull.
Right.
So I was like, I don't want to take no chances.
Right. And so that's where I'm saying, you know, just like with let's see, Top Slug, he said, okay, I had an issue with them, but I can do a secure, and I just forgot about that money if I could get a better position. Yeah. Because you know what I would do, I think what I would do is I would even, you know, because let me see, Marlene, I know you're with Navy Federal too, right? And so, have you done the pre-qualification?
They actually sent me. Let me.
Are you there? I don't think she's there. I'm just gonna put her down here. And Marlene, just if you come back, just do a thumbs up, and then I'll let you back up. Um, what I would do, I would Top Slug Sofa King. What I would do is I would do the pre-qualification because the pre-qualification is a soft pull and it's not going to mess your credit up. Because with you being with Navy Federal, it's possible that, let me see, here we go. There we are.
Okay.
I think it's possible that you could pre-qualify for a unsecured card to where you don't have to use your money. So I don't want you to count yourself out. I think it would be great if you could do the pre-qualify.
Mm-hmm.
Do the pre-qualify. Let me see if I can pull it up. Y'all, I'm trying to test something out. Let's see. Share. Okay, so see right here, do the pre-qualify. If you're already a member, you can find out if you pre-qualify for a credit card before submitting an application. That way you won't affect your credit score. So I would say do the pre-qualify. That way you're not, because see, the thing is, we don't want to, you know how sometimes we can either think that we're our credit is so high, or we can think that our credit is so low. So what I would say, we want them to tell us. But if they have the pre-qualification, which they do, you can let them tell you what you qualify for. And then if you don't qualify for a secured card, and then you apply for an unsecured card, then most of the time I would say you would get pre-approved for a secure card, because with a secure card, you're gonna be using your own money. And I want to say, let me see, even for the, let me see. Oh, you know what? Let me see. Let me go back. Because I would say a lot of people get approved for the cash rewards, but then you can also do the secured card.
So, which secured card do you recommend?
Well, you know, even you possibly, I think I forgot you were with Navy Federal. And see, you can do the secure card with Navy Federal. So see right here, the secure card is for somebody that's establishing credit, new to credit, or rebuilding. So for Top Slug Sofa King, he's really establishing credit because he just has a really thin profile where he only has his student loans and he doesn't have any credit cards. So he's going to have a thin profile. And I want to say that his credit score was a 650. So to me, with Navy Federal, a 650 is not, you can still, because you know how with Navy Federal, they, you know how you'll hear people that have like a, like a 600 credit score and they get approved for like 25,000, with Navy Federal. I think you're muted. Oh, there
Yeah.
you are. I can hear you.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know somebody who got approved for one. I think it was 15. They got 15,000, and her score is lower than mine.
Whoa, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Because see, to me, Navy Federal is a relationship credit union. So the thing is, if you have been a member with Navy Federal, and let's say you have a checking account, you have a savings account, and you've been depositing money in those, and your accounts are in good standings, I feel like most of the time you're gonna have because you have your credit score, but then you have your internal score with Navy Federal. And so where your credit score, a 650, that's, okay. But see, your internal score might be higher because you've been a member with Navy Federal, your accounts are in good standings. And so you might have a higher probability of getting approved, for 15, 14, $20,000. What's up, Natural Leticia? How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. Let's see. I'm gonna drop the link again.
Yeah, I just wanted to say one thing. I'm happy for you that you got your auto loan paid off. Very excited for you, and also getting 4K. So
yes. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. I know that we're gonna be doing a collab probably in January, because I wasn't after the last collab I did, I wasn't gonna do any more collabs for the rest of the year because I know that it was gonna be Christmas and then New Year's, and so I know people are gonna be with their families and stuff. So let's see.
Well, I just want to say congratulations, and I'll let somebody else come up. But I just want to say congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. And congratulations to you because you have improved your credit score. And look, you have gotten your credit card, even though it is a secure card. I think that that's still a good step in the right direction. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I went from 485 to 680.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. You have went 200 points in what, 6-7 months?
I think it's 9 months.
9 months. Like, that is amazing. That is so good. So congratulations. Now that, so congratulations to you. Thank you so much. And I'll be in touch because I know that we're going to be doing a collab sometime in January.
Yes, we'll keep in touch. Thanks for having me.
Yes, and have a happy new year if I don't talk to you.
Yes, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Laricia said, fine, and you, great. Met you on PBT Live. And you know what? We've met way before then because I know that we were on, I want to say even on Marlene's channel and on Chef's channel. So I know that we have been in these YouTube streets together. Thank you so much. You are so welcome. Yes, most definitely keep me posted. But I think that you're definitely in a better situation than possibly you could think because, with you being with Navy Federal, if you try to do that pre-qualification, I think that we should let them tell us where we're at. That way we are not applying for credit cards that we shouldn't. And so I really like doing the pre-qualification because before I really wouldn't even do a pre-qualification. If there was a credit card that I wanted to apply for, I would just apply for it. But now if I know you're just trying to get one credit card, but like me, I like to apply for the different credit cards. And so, credit card companies have different rules. And so either I'll have to check my credit, or I'll have, so that I can see what is my credit score, how many inquiries do I have, how many credit cards have I applied for within a certain window. So, overall, I just thank everybody for joining. Now that we're really transitioning into 2022 within, the next few days, my main goal is us getting ourselves, my channel is really about, credit, budgeting, but more so, I think that the budgeting is very important so that we can make sure that we are getting our foundation in order so that we're paying our bills on time. We're not worried, about money. And like even in the comments, we've said it's not really about how much money you make. Like Debt Free Dad said, it's really your debt ratio. Like, how much debt do you have compared to how much money you make? And that's what really makes you broke. So even if you make 45,000, but if you don't have a car payment, you don't have student loans, and you keep your expenses low, then if you have $1,000 or $1,200 left over every month, and you're not just out here wasting it, you could probably save, and then just kind of think, go up the track, 55, 65, 75. So, just because we see people that make a whole lot of money, and if they're living check to check, like, they can't look down on us if they're living check to check and they don't have any money. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't really matter how much money you make. It really matters how you are using your money. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I want to improve my standing so I can get a house. That is really good. So I definitely think, but it sounds like you're already doing good because you know what your credit score is. And so I would definitely suggest pulling your credit report and then really just taking a look at it to see what's on there, and then what your score really is, and then really just look to build that, because especially if you're trying to get a house, you want to build that credit. That way you can get a good interest rate, because we want to have low interest rates. That way it's not making our payments high. So that's why having a good credit score, that can help. And then Marlene TV said, thank you for having me up. You're so welcome. Thank you so much. And then Arnold Peters One Shot Barbecue says, good video as always, Tasha. Thank you so much. And then Marlene TV said, Tasha, you're always informative. You guys, it is give and take. I really appreciate when y'all make your comments, because I learn just as much information as you guys learn. So I feel like y'all help me out. And, I just want to share the information that I know. And then let's see. Yeah, LOL. I did what I was told. I just need to get good history. Yes. And so, with you only having the student loan on there, that's the only thing. History is going to take some time. So I think, definitely what could help is getting a credit card, because that can show that you can have good payment history. But I will say, because I do watch Dave Ramsey, and I love Dave Ramsey. And, he says on the one hand, you don't necessarily need a credit score to buy a house, but you might have to, they might have to do some underwriting, it might be. So I would also, check to see, I don't know if you have been in touch with like a realtor and things of that nature, because, yes, we want to have credit, but on the one hand, there's always a way to do things, and so I know that Dave Ramsey has said that you can do that. So especially if it is your goal to have a house soon, really look into it, because it's going to take a while to build up that history, to build up the good history. But you can get a credit card, and that's going to have the good payment history. But what I'm saying is also look on the other side and see, is it really necessary, and could they do different underwriting, or what things do you need to be able to, so really check that out, because I would hate to say that you would have to wait a little bit to do that. But I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know, even like Anthony O'Neill, I like his show, and he bought a house and he didn't have credit. You see what I'm saying? So there's always more than one way to do something, so check it out. Because I think that because to me it sounds like you're doing a good job. So just check it out. But I'm not gonna hold you guys any longer. I just really appreciate everybody for joining, and anybody that's watching a replay. Thank you guys so much for your support. And definitely have a safe and happy new year if I don't talk to you, and have a good night, and I'll see you later in the next video. Have a good one.